Quadcopter 101 here, and I'd like to give today's shout out to Reese Jack and Alshian Jai. Both were first to say first in one of my recent videos, and they both win a shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with another review of another neat GPS drone. This is the SJRC F11 Plus. Now, those of you that are subscribed know that I've already reviewed the original SJRC F11, but what's different about this one versus the original? Well, the big difference is that this one has what they're advertising as a 2K camera. Okay, a wide-angled lens, 120 degrees, 2K camera. Now, the resolution of this is 2592 by 1520p. This is actually somewhere in between 2K and 4K. It's higher resolution than 2K, but less resolution than 4K. And I believe that the sensors that they're using here are from the recent security cameras. That's where they're getting the sensors for these. Okay, but again, it's an oddball resolution, somewhere between 2K and 4K, halfway in between the two, in that range there. What that means is I am not sure how I'm going to process this for YouTube. I might process it as a 2K video, true 2K video to upload it to YouTube, but then again I might process it at the original 2592 by 1520. We'll see what I do in post-production here to get you a video of this on YouTube. But again, this is a folding drone. I can update again to the SJRC F11, and let's open it up to show you it, unfold it. Pretty good, hefty 4K drone. I believe this thing weighs about 490 grams, so it's not a lightweight drone at all. Okay, it does feel. Let me say that it does feel very well made. Okay, it does not feel toyish at all. Not at all. Okay, so it is well made, well feeling drone. Let's put it that way. It feels somewhat well made. Let's. I'm going to cut that out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, other things that this has in addition to the 2K camera is it records its video to SD card, a micro SD card, which the slot is right there. There's my card in there already. So you're not going to see any lag or frame dropping. You shouldn't see any lag or frame dropping from the recorded video like you would from a Wi-Fi flyer, since this is recording directly to an SD card. And since we're mentioning Wi-Fi, this does use 5.8 or 5 gigahertz 802.11 AC Wi-Fi to use with the app, its app, which is the SJRC GPS app. Now, I always stress this, and I'm going to stress it again. Not everybody has 802.11 AC Wi-Fi on their phones. So before you consider purchasing this, I strongly recommend that you first check if your phone is indeed 802.11 AC Wi-Fi capable, or you will be very disappointed when you open the app and discover that you cannot connect to this drone. Okay, so just let me stress that right now before we go on. Okay, now this drone also has a huge battery. This thing is a 3S, 11.1 volt, I believe 2500 milliampere hour battery that gives this thing over 20 minutes of flight time. The original SJRC I flew, the first flight I did, I got over 21 minutes, and that was with pretty aggressive flying. So this I should also expect to get over 20 minutes, easily get over 20 minutes with this battery. Now, this also is available with 1, 2, or 3 spare batteries. If you're going to purchase spare batteries for this, or considering purchasing spare batteries, I highly recommend you get them when you purchase this drone. You'll get them at the cheapest price. But there's another issue, is international shipping of LiPo batteries. They're very restrictive, and I don't think many of the vendors, Chinese vendors, ship them separately these days. If you want the battery to go with the drone, extra batteries to go with the drone, you got to buy them when you buy the drone, so that they bundle them in the package with it. So if you're considering extra batteries, get the extra batteries when you purchase this drone. Okay, so that snaps. Oh, I forgot to mention, this charges via a micro USB port right there. Since this is a big battery, this takes a couple hours at least to charge it, to get it fully charged. So I strongly recommend you also use a good wall charger, like a good phone wall charger, USB port wall charger, approximately 2 amps. Okay, you go below that, it's going to take longer to charge. Do not try to charge this in your computer via its USB port, because it will take hours and hours and hours, because most computer USB ports are only 500 milliamp per hour power output, so keep that in mind, folks. 500 milliamp output, I mean. So keep that in mind, folks. Let's see, what else do you get? We mentioned folding. We mentioned the camera being 2K. I forgot to mention this camera is remotely operated. It can be moved up or down remotely using the remote control. I'll go over that shortly when we discuss the remote control. And other than that, it uses brushless motors. These are 1806 brushless motors, so you don't have to worry about the motors burning out. They should last a good long time. Should last as long as the drone, as long as you do not obstruct the propellers from operating in any way while they're spinning. But again, that shouldn't be a problem since these are folding blade propellers, so that shouldn't be an issue there. So that is the drone. Let's go over the rest of the stuff you get in the package. You get a nice instruction manual there. You get a spare battery. Mine is the 2-pack spare battery version. You get a charging cable, micro USB charging cable to go with that. Again, you're going to need a charging port to plug it into this charging source. So again, I recommend a good phone wall charger. You get a full spare set of batteries, or a full spare set of propellers. You get a little Allen wrench and screws for changing the propellers. They use these little Allen wrench screws, so you get the Allen wrench, so that won't be a problem. And you get the controller. Now the controller is well labeled, but a lot of these buttons have additional features that you get by pressing them down simultaneously or holding them down for 2 seconds. So I labeled them. That's why the labels are there. Let's go over these labels. First off, this button here is for headless mode with a quick press, but if you hold it down, it will turn off the GPS and enter into altitude hold mode. That's for indoor flying. I don't recommend that. I really don't recommend flying this indoors. But in altitude hold mode, you can also fly this kind of sporty, you know, because this has additional rates that you can adjust by moving this scroll wheel right here. You can go to higher rate and fly high-speed sport flying with this if you wish. But again, most people will be flying this in GPS mode and in camera mode, mainly as a camera bird. The scroll wheel on the right here, this scroll wheel moves the camera lens up or down by moving it. It's not jerky movement, it's nice and smooth, so that's what another good thing about that. This button here is for automatic takeoff and automatic landing with a quick press, and if you hold it down, it'll do an emergency stop. You only do that if this crashes. Do not hold this button down while the aircraft is in flight, or this will drop from the sky like a rock. So be very careful about that, but that particular button there, folks. This button here is for taking a photo. This button on the right is for taking videos, and or starting and stopping videos. And if you hold both down simultaneously, this drone will enter into circle me mode. Okay, wherever it's at, it'll remember that position when you hold down this button, and then you adjust the radius of the circle by pulling back on the right pitch roll stick here until you get the radius that you wish. And then to start the circling, you press it one more time, and the drone will start to circle that position. Other things you will need to know is how to enter into compass calibration. You do that by bringing both sticks up, down, or up and inward like such, and that will put the drone into compass calibration mode. We'll demonstrate that out in the field. You can also do a gyro calibration for altitude hold flying if you are interested in doing altitude hold flying by holding both sticks up and outboard while the drone is on a flat and level surface, and that will reset the gyros to level position, whatever the position that it's at will be remembered. To arm the motors, to start the motors and stop the motors, you have to bring both sticks down and inboard. Now that's an important one here. To start and stop the motors, bring both sticks down and inboard. And that is about it. Oh, this button here is return to home. I forgot about that. You press this button here and the drone will automatically fly and return to home and land itself at where it took off from. And we have other little lights here. Let me get my glasses on so I can see them, because they are really tiny little writing on these. And what they are is, the first light is return to home. It'll tell you if you're in return to home mode. The second one is rates. It'll blink depending on what rate you select with that one scroll wheel. The next one is camera. It'll blink when you take when you're in video mode. When you're taking a video, it will blink, and also this controller will also beep at the same time. Now that is kind of annoying. I wish they would have just kept with the blinking light, but this controller also beeps at the same time while it's recording. The final light is headless mode, telling you if you are in headless mode or not. So that is the controller. These antennas, I think they actually might be real antennas. Okay, I can't see any wires running up into them, but the way they are constructed and the way they feel, these actually might be actual antennas. A lot of the drones put fake antennas on these, but I think these might actually be real. Now, with that in mind, this thing's predicted to get pretty good range. I think 1,000 meters or something like that. It was advertised, but keep in mind you will not be able to see this drone at 1,000 meters. That's way too far out. And in addition to that, this is using Wi-Fi to transmit its FPV video. The maximum FPV range that I got with the SJRC original SJRC F11 with this 802.11 AC Wi-Fi was about 200 meters. We'll see if we get a better range today. I'm using a better camera or a better phone today, so that shouldn't be an issue. So we'll see what type of range we can actually get when we go out into the desert today. Additionally, let's go over the app. This uses the SJ GPS app. We're going to demonstrate that in the field, but with the SJ GPS app, you get FPV video. You also get follow me ability with that, both optical follow me, where it'll look at you and follow what it's seeing of you on the ground, and also GPS follow me, where it will follow the GPS of your phone. It also has Circle Me available through the app, although I probably wouldn't use that. I'd like to use this. This would be an easier to set up the drone for Circle Me, but it's also available through the app. And also it has waypoints. Now, when I did the review of the original F11, the app had problems with waypoints. When you'd enter it, the app would crash. That was 6 months ago when I reviewed that. They have updated the app since then, and the waypoint function seems to work. So we'll see how well it works out in the field. This also has gesture control for photo and video taking, where if you put your hand up like this in front of it, it's supposed to see your palm and start video camera recording. If you hold up a V sign like such, it's also supposed to take photos. Now, I tried that out here in my front yard. It did not seem to work. We'll try it out in the field to see if that works. It didn't work with the original app that I've tested back in January 6 months ago, so I'm not too excited about that anyways, because I'd rather use the controller to take those photos and videos. But again, it's supposed to be able to do that, but a lot of these apps are buggy when it concerns that. So I don't see that working today. So today, let's take this GPS GLONASS bird out into the field and see how it flies. So hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and we are out here at one of my favorite test sites out here in the desert with the SJRC F11 Pro. Okay, I've already started this up, and I've already connected to the 802.11 AC Wi-Fi using my phone, and started the app, and let's get started. We need to do first, folks, is the compass calibration. As with all GPS drones, you should do a compass calibration before you start flying, and otherwise you will encounter toilet bowl effect, which is a big problem, where the drone will rotate like this, and the circles will get bigger and bigger until the drone eventually crashes. So always do a compass calibration with your GPS drone before flying. Okay, to do such, okay, first off, we have to start up the app, and I do have the app started. Okay, we have the SJRC GPS app started, and we are connected to the drone through the 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. So what we need to do next is, on the bottom there, select controls. The other quick start is just, let's open it up, I'll show you what quick start is. It's an instruction manual for the drone. If you're out in the field and you want to quickly reference what the drone instructions are, you can do such through the quick start. Controls is actually going into the drone's FPV video. Learn to Fly is a video. Let's see here. Learn to Fly shows a video on how to fly this. Let's break out of that. We're not going to use that. And photos and videos goes into your recorded photos and videos on the card already. And support, I have not selected. Oh, support is another instruction manual for the app itself. So let's back out of that. And again, we want to hit controls. Controls to select it, and then now it's telling us automatically to go into the compass calibration. We don't need to do that manually using the sticks unless we do notice toilet bowl effect, and then we want to land the drone immediately, and then we can also activate compass calibration through the sticks. But it automatically goes into compass calibration the first time you start it, when you start it. Okay, we need to pick up the drone and do a 360-degree circle of our body and the drone until it tells us to do such. Now we got to hold the drone face down and rotate again until it says the compass calibration is complete, and it is. And we are good. That's our compass calibration. Real simple with this drone. Okay, before we take off, let me start the video camera. Video camera is recording. And to start the drone, we have to bring both sticks down and inboard. Motors are running. And now for automatic takeoff. Pressing the automatic takeoff button. And there we go. Let me turn it this way. Let me get in front of the camera. Go up a bit. And say, how do you like my shirt today, folks? Okay. Now, we can rotate that camera up or down using this right stick. That's up. Let's rotate it downward. The reason I want to rotate it downward is I want to get underneath it first. Looking at it. And then let's go up. And away. This is a rocket mode shot. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, we're up in the air. Let me raise the gimbal. Gimbal back up again, the camera. And while it's above me there, let's go outbound, pushing forward. And there goes the drone out into the desert. Now, I'm going to go out to about 100 meters and stop it there first. Oh! What happened there, folks? You know what? This has geofencing. I forgot to mention that. To turn off the geofencing, you go in the upper right corner of that gear button and click that. And let's set the flight distance. We can go all the way out to 1,200 meters if we want. I'll stop it right there. Flight altitude is set to 30 meters. I want to go up to about 100. 100 meters if I wish. And we're selecting that. That's close enough. And return altitude 25 meters is fine. Then we're going to hit save. Okay, now we can go out farther. And before we do that, let me put my glasses on so I can see this drone, because I probably want to go further than what the FPV can do. But pushing forward again and heading outbound. And now we should be able to go exceeding that 30 meters. And yes, there we go. So right now I am at about 71 meters, got good FPV, good strong FPV. I want to go up a bit higher too, to stay above the mountains. Got about 20 meters now, heading up on, I'm going to turn to the right a little bit too. And right there we start to lose a little bit of reception. We're 155 meters away. And we're going to stop it there for a second and then push forward again. Seeing if we're maintaining GPS or FPV. We're starting to get choppy, 160 meters, 180 meters, getting a little choppy, but still got it. Still have FPV. I'm going to go until we see the FPV go away. Okay, you're at 226 meters. Okay, I got it back. I stopped the, and I'm going to go higher, hopefully to help improve the FPV range. So we'll go up to about, let's take it up to 40 meters. Going up, 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 up. Okay, we're at 40 meters in altitude and pushing forward again. Seeing if we can get any more range, and we're losing it again at 250 meters, but I got it back again. Pushing forward again. Now I'm keeping my flat portion of my phone pointed toward the drone, hoping that improves the range. Okay, 300 meters coming up on it. We still got FPV reception, still have it. It's getting choppier and choppier. Okay, we are at 341 meters out and still have FPV. Okay, well this is better than the F11 I tested in January. So push it forward again. Let's see if we can continue.
358 meters, and I've lost reception right there. 358, 373, it came back. Okay, let's go a little further then, pushing forward again. See that little black dot up in the sky, making sure I keep my eyes on the drone while looking at the screen at the same, back and forth between the screen. And 402 meters. 402 meters is about the max range that I got there, folks. Okay. So from that position there, let's try that return to home, automatic return to home and landing. 460 meters seems to be our max range. Okay, activate. Okay, I can see the dot in the sky. Before we do that, let me push forward, see if I can fly this line of sight, get some more range. Okay, I think we're coming right back to ourselves because the dot looks like it's coming back. Yeah, it's coming back. So I know it's pointed toward me right now. At that point there, let's hit the automatic return to home and see how accurate its return to home is. Now hear the beeping. We got two beeps there. One is for the camera letting us know we are recording video, and the other beep is telling us we are doing an automatic return to home and landing. Now I'm going to step back from the pad as it's coming back here because I don't want to be directly under it when it lands, but let's see how accurate its landing is. By the way, how's our battery power? We're still pretty good with battery power. That's what I like about this F11. The one that I tested in January, this thing would fly for over 20 minutes, you know. It's hard to find a drone in this price range that can do that. This is one of the few that can actually fly greater than 20 minutes, you know, in the price range that this drone is currently at. I believe around $200. Here it comes down from way up there. Let's see how accurate the automatic return to home and landing is. Okay, it's descending now. Descending, descending, descending. You know, this flies so long, I don't know what I'm going to do throughout this whole video review here, but I'll come up with things to do until the battery goes out. And let's see how accurate. Actually, not too bad. About a meter. About a meter off. Okay, that worked well. Okay, putting it back on the pad. And I'm going to stop that video there. And then I'm going to turn off the return to home and landing. Stop the beeping. Okay, no more beeping. We're good to go again. Why did I hit? I hit automatic takeoff there accidentally. But I forgot. You can pull these. I didn't show you this, folks, but you can pull these handles down to get a better grip on this controller here. That helps a lot. Okay, so we're good to go again. Starting the motors again. Oh, starting the video first. Okay, video is recording. And starting the motors. And automatic takeoff. And this time we're going to try out the headless mode. Now, headless mode comes in handy with these drones for one thing that I use it for, and that is up and away video. Let me lower the gimbal down too before we do this. Yeah, that's the right way. Going up a bit higher, and then selecting headless mode. And is headless mode activated? Nope. Let me hold it down again. There, headless mode's activated. We're good to go there. Let me make sure this is the direction. That's the direction there. Headless mode direction. Let's do it up and away. Manual up and away. Increasing throttle and pushing forward on the stick. Doing a crane shot. A crane shot from Easy Rider. The river flows gently to the sea. Well, there we go. That's for you older folks that remember that. And let's turn off the headless mode from way up there. And raise that gimbal back up again. Oh, wrong way. Going up, going up. And then let's descend. Let's go in the opposite direction. Descending, descending, descending. Oh, turned it too much. And bringing it back to where we So overall right now, this thing is working real well. Working real well, folks. Okay, next thing I want to try is circle position. And before I do that, I want to plop the drone down in front of me because I forgot to do something. I don't know how much this is going to help, but I want to sync up the camera with my lips moving. So to do that, I do these. Okay. Okay, we're good to go there. Circle position. Let's go up a bit higher. We're going to circle over the pad, or right here. Let's put it over the pad. Plop it there. And then what I'm going to do now, folks, is holding both sticks, or both of these buttons down, both the photo button and the video button at the same time. We are entering into circle position. Now I need to adjust the radius of the circle by pulling back on the stick. Going right to about there. That's good enough right there. And then pushing both of these buttons one more time. And that starts the circling. Now unfortunately you cannot adjust the speed of the circle. It remains constant like that. Let's see, if we'll go out even further, let's do one rotation like this, and then we'll go out even further to see how fast it rotates. Now, the actual speed of the drone, what it does is it's the angular rotation stays the same. So when we go out a little further, I think the drone has to increase speed to get this angular rotation speed to maintain that. So let's confirm that right after it finishes one rotation there. And that's good enough right there. Stopping it. Let's bring it back over again. Over the pad, actually, I want to be. And going up a bit higher. Now pressing both buttons one more time. And then pulling back. And this time let's go way out and up a bit higher, too. Okay, right about there. And let's activate circle position again. And I'm wrong. It seems to be about the same speed, folks. So if you're going to use circle position, you probably, want to stay close in. If you go out real far like this, it's just going to be a real slow circle. And again, I don't think you can adjust the speed, because if you move the pitch roll stick, it stops the drone. And I'll show you that right now. Let's move the pitch roll stick. And again, that stops the circle position. So that's that. Bringing it back down. And the next thing I want to do is waypoints. And for waypoints, I am going to stop the drone. I'm going to land it and show you how to do such. We'll land it on the pad. Let's put it over the pad. Close enough, and then I'm going to hit automatic landing to land the drone. It does these real slow landings like that. Okay, and stopping the video camera. Video camera is stopped. Or is it? No, it's not. I gotta hold the button down. Okay, that took a photo. Well, next thing, waypoints. I want to show you that waypoints actually works since they've updated this app. Let's confirm that. And to select waypoints, that is the third one from the upper left corner here. Selecting waypoints. Okay, pressing it again. And then in the upper right corner of this window here, that's center position. So it's going to find itself in the world. Zoom in. And look, it automatically downloads Google Maps. Okay, that is great. Most apps don't do this. This one does. Now I'm going to select, for better resolution, I'm going to select the satellite view. Let's see if it actually has satellite view. And it does. This is excellent. Okay, for our waypoint flight, let's fly out to the crossroads, which is right here. We got to stay within the red circle here, I believe. And it's right close to the edge of the red circle. Let's go to this part of the road. Let's see here. If I can select it. Let's delete all. Maybe that's too far. Let's try that close to that edge there. I want a second waypoint. Second waypoint. Third waypoint over here. Fourth waypoint over here beside us. And fifth waypoint, let's bring it back. I think we can only do, oh no, we can do 5. 5 waypoints. That should be enough, actually. Let's hit send. And slide to confirm. Oh, I guess we got to be flying to do that. Okay, we got to put it in the air. So remember that, folks. You got to be in the air when you set up these waypoints. So let's do that. Let's get into the air. Arming the motors. Starting the video camera. Hitting automatic takeoff. And selecting a waypoint. Selecting a second waypoint. And selecting a third waypoint. Let's go down to here if we can. And selecting a fourth waypoint, and we'll fly over our head and go back to there. And then I'll fly it manually back from there. That's good enough. And then hitting send. Sliding. Let's see what it does. We got to raise it up. By the way, you manually adjust the altitude of these waypoints. Going up higher. And it's heading outbound. Putting on my glasses to watch it as it does this. So yeah, it'll fly whatever altitude it's at when you hit send there. So remember to adjust the altitude accordingly as you're doing this. I'm watching it fly outbound both on the screen and in the distance there. I'm going to go up a little bit higher because the altitude or the ground comes up to meet the drone here as it goes out to that point, that first point. Actually, it's almost there. So I'll leave it there. That altitude seems fine. And let's see how long it goes to the second waypoint. Going to the second waypoint. Oh, it does nice fast turns. So this waypoint feature seems to be working real well on this. Okay, this is a nice big black drone, so you can keep an eye on it while it's doing these waypoints. Let's see it go to the third waypoint. Oh, it doesn't stop at the waypoints. That's excellent, folks. A lot of these waypoint flyers will stop as it reaches a waypoint and just hover there no matter what. You know, even if you go into the settings and set 0 seconds residual time at the waypoints, they'll stay there, they'll hover there. This one just flies over the waypoint and goes on to the next one. So this is doing a real good job. And I'm only, how high am I? 7 meters, 8 meters high. So this would be a good drone if you have like a ranch or something that you want to go explore. Unfortunately, you can't save these waypoint routes. You have to manually enter them each time. But it's doing a nice job of waypoint flying. Go on to the next one. Love it. Great job. Like I said, this one's going to fly over us as it goes to the next waypoint. And I'll manually bring it back after this one. So they fixed that on the app. That's great. So let's see if they fixed the optical, optical follow me? We're going to do follow me next. So wait till it gets to that fourth waypoint, and I want to see what it does at that fourth waypoint. It stops itself there. So that completes it. So doing a return to home from that waypoint there. Return to home button, pressing, and it should be coming back. It climbs when it does these return homes. And how high does it climb to? I believe probably 25 meters or something like that. Let's see here. 26, 30 meters, obviously, I'm guessing. No, 25. Coming back for its final approach to the pad. Let's see how this second return to home and landing is. How well this is. And how's my battery power, by the way? I'm a half battery power. So we still got more battery power to do more things. Coming down. Waypoints works. Excellent. Yeah, when I tried to use waypoints the last time with the original F11 video I did with the original version of the app would just crash every time I do it. Not anymore. Worked great. And this landing, how close are we going to be? And again, about a meter from takeoff point. Not bad. Not a bad drone at all. I like this one. If only it had some type of image stabilization for the video, this would be an ultimate drone. So, okay, putting it back on the pad and turning off the camera and turning off the return to home until there's no beeping. No beeping. And let's turn off waypoints for now. Waypoints are off. Okay, the next thing we've got to do is follow me. Let's see how the follow me works. So, starting the video camera again. Video camera is recording. Starting the motors again. Down and inboard. Motors are started. Automatic takeoff. Getting into the camera, view of the camera. Let me go over here. We're going to use the GPS follow me first. And for that, I always recommend putting a little distance between yourself and the drone because of potential error between where the drone thinks you are and where your phone thinks you are. That reduces the error. And selecting follow me, upper left corner here. And the one we want is the middle one there. That's the GPS follow me. And sliding to confirm. I'm going to slide to confirm. Well, let me use my other finger. There we go. Okay, follow me should be activated. So let's see if it actually follows. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's turn it to the left. Let's go this direction here. Well, actually, it's left. Let's see if it goes to the right. It's doing that too. Now, how about if I go toward it? Let's see how bumpy it is. Sometimes these get real bumpy. No. Okay, the original F11 that I reviewed, it was real bumpy in the follow me, especially if you were going toward it. They seem to have smoothed it out. It's working real well right now, actually. Going backward. Let's go up around the bushes here. See if it follows me. Okay, since this is working so well, let's stop the follow me. Let's come down a little bit more. Let me get close. Let's actually see if this works well up close. Like right about here. Hitting follow me again. Sliding to start it. It's activated. Let's see how well it works up close. Is it following? Yeah, it kind of is. It is. How about this direction? Okay, it's slowed down there. So they've obviously put an algorithm in there to smooth out the flight of the drone while it's doing follow me. That was the issue with the original F11. Its original follow me was real jerky. Let's come down lower. Can we adjust the altitude? Its original follow me was real jerky. This one has been smoothed out. It's working perfect. It's actually a really, really good follow me. I like it. You know, you could use this. Say if you're on a hike and you want to narrate what you're seeing, like these garbage out in the desert. It's been thrown out here in the desert. This works well. I am just surprised. I like this particular drone. I like the F11 Pro. This is cool. Okay, stopping that. Let's see if they fixed optical follow me. That was another problem. The optical follow me did not work on the original. Let's see if we can get it to work on this one. This is optical tracking. Got to slide to confirm it. Got to draw a picture around yourself. Do I have to need to press that picture? No, you don't press that picture. It should remember it. Let's see if this works. If the optical follow me is going to work. It is turning. It's turning. My gosh, did it work? Let me walk toward it. Let's see if it moves away as I get closer. If that's going to work. No, it's not moving forward or back, but it turns its position to where you are at when you're using the optical follow me tracking. It's kind of like spotlight mode in the original DJIs. Those of you who remember spotlight mode, I don't know if they still have that or not. I haven't flown a DJI in a while. but yeah, it's working. So it follows your image. In other words, so this will be used, okay, and there we go. We lost track because I have the sun at my back right now. So lighting is an issue when you're using optical follow me. Let's move it over here again. Let's try it the other way. And let me stop optical follow me, start it again, slide it, and then outlining my position. And let's see if it'll turn. No, lost me that time. So, oh, where's it going? Are we getting low on battery? We're low on battery. So what I'm going to do, folks, while the remaining portion of the flight, I've demonstrated most of the things that this needs to do, or should do. What I haven't done, let me stop the video. Sync it up one more time. Let me stop the video because I haven't shown you the pictures yet it takes. So let's take a photo. Take another photo. One more. That's its photos, folks. The photos are mainly screenshots of the 4 megapixel video. They call it 4 megapixel video, by the way, for that particular resolution. It's for these new security cameras. Now, right now, since it's low battery, it's set itself up with a geofence. Let's go over there. See, I can't fly farther than that away right now. Let me start that video camera back up again. Video camera's up again. So for the remaining portion of the battery, you have to fly in close, like this. Let's try the higher rates. Okay, this is high rate. Let's see how it flies at high rate. Oh, it's nice and sporty. And in GPS mode. Now, I'm not going to go to altitude hold mode because I want to stay within the radius that it wants me to stay within until the battery's depleted. We're going to fly it until the battery depletes. Let's see how high we could go while we are in this mode. Let's go back up while it's in geofence mode. Is there an altitude restriction in geofence mode? Going up 20 meters, 25 meters, 30 meters altitude restriction in geofence mode. It won't let me go up any higher, or will it? Pressing up higher. Try to go. And no, it comes back down. So there's a 30 meter altitude restriction. While we're up there, let's do a rotate. Show you the camera. We're up at 30 meters. Cool. And then coming back down. Reduce the throttle. And doing a corkscrew back to the ground. So yeah, this particular F11 is a neat quadcopter. I like it. And it's doing an automatic landing because its battery is low. It did a return to home, actually. It flew itself back over there. And stopping the video camera to get that recording. So, one thing I forgot to show you, folks. If this thing would fly away, if we accidentally crash somewhere, all you need to do to find out where it's at is in the upper right corner, see the satellite insignia? You click on it, I believe, 3 times. Let's see if that does that. Yeah, there we go. And it shows the map of the world, and you click center position, that upper right button there, and it will show you where it landed, where its last position was in the world. So you've got to zoom in manually, obviously. Can I select satellite view? It doesn't show that. But if you zoom in, you should be able to walk toward it. Yeah, there we go. Satellite view is finally coming in. It's trying to download that over the 2.4 gigahertz. But you should be able to find it, folks, because it will show you the last position. And that's the little airplane's insignia. That's its last known position, and that last known position is right beside me. So that's pretty cool in itself right there, so folks, that you'd be able to, a finder. It has a finder feature for it. So that is the F11 Pro from SJRC. This is a very nice drone. The only thing I don't like, and that is it does not have image stabilization. That would put this over the top if it had such. But right now, it is an excellent drone. Let me get my face in the sunlight so you can see me. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, again with the SJRC F11 Pro. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.
Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.